go.
No, Kelly Clarkson! Hey guys, I finally rebuilt this set, and I want to tell you exactly why I chose to buy this set now. I'm kicking myself because I should have bought this when it was $60 on the shelves or less, you know, before it retired, but I did not. I waited on it. I had other sets that I wanted to buy before this, and here we are. But I made my decision because it was a Wednesday, mid-March, Mandalorian episode day. I was watching Mandalorian. I think we were on like the 3rd episode, and I know that's not everyone's favorite because I think that's the one that gets into the corn stuff, but the beginning of it is so kick-ass. Like, you have the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, and they're flying in her commerce class and defending the homeworld, and she just has a tie behind her. She does this hairpin turn. First off, when I saw that, I went right to YouTube. I watched other people's reviews to see if this set actually could do that, and it can. Like, I want to make sure that they're individual, so I didn't really know much about the set at the time. And when it did that, I went right to the retired market, which the prices were just absolutely insane. Like, there's no way I was going to be able to afford a new one in bucks at over $100 at that time, and they were just climbing. But I finally got a good deal off Bricklink, a used one with all the minifigures for $85 shipped. And that's this one here today. Now, it comes with 3 great minifigures, which we're going to get into. The box art, which I didn't get one new in box, but the box art is very much like the instructions, just like that. A very colorful, like Mandalore looking background, and then you can scan it on your instruction app. It's 2021, so nothing really special. Steps 1 through whatever, and however many pages, so, you know. But it does come with some great minifigures, including Bo-Katan, a Mandalorian loyalist, and this Gar Saxon. Let's get in on these close-ups. Okay, we have first up this Gar Saxon. He looks amazing. His dark red and metallic gray looks very good. Very much like the Maul figure from Dual Mandalore. I'm trying a little bit to the side. He has no arm printing. Nothing wrong there. It still looks really good. I'm not particularly fond of LEGO using these Uzi pieces from the 2006 Batman, but they did for the Mandalorians here. His helmet with that nice yellow visor, I really like that. Before we get too further on, we are going to... He has a nice head that looks pretty good. It's an expensive head now, pretty good. And then get a little closer on the helmet there. Just take a look at that visor. You have the nice red, and then the horns right there. Really cool. There you go. And he has this continuous printing, as you'll see. And his belt and leg printing kind of goes right into his torso after the nice design. And they all have that nice gunmetal gray backpack, which we'll take off for the back printing here. So you can see that nice red and black with little bits of scratches on his armor. It looks really good. They didn't print a jetpack or anything on the back, which is really nice. He looks pretty good, and a very valuable figure at $40 or more. The demand of the Starfighter, it might have gone up. We'll toss him aside. Here we have the Mandalorian Loyalist. Nothing too special. He's a very similar helmet to pre-Vizsla back a few years ago. Dark gunmetal gray. I mean, it is different. I mean, the Mandalorian battle pack from a few years ago. The gunmetal gray helmet with the nice blue, and you have the white cheek lines. They're really doing a good job. They have the helmet holes, so you can have an antenna, but no extras came with my version of the set. They might have actually come with a sealed one. And then he does the same thing that Gar Saxon did. It has that nice continuous printing. You get the blue and the light gray kind of going through, and it just kind of continues on down. It even has toe printing, which is really nice. There's the toe printing there, looking pretty good. Has no head, just a blank head. And like Gar Saxon, he's got the gunmetal gray jetpack, and underneath a pretty much the same kind of print as Gar Saxon, just with blue showing the damage markings on the back of his armor. And then we have the leader herself, Bo-Katan. She's a very nice helmet in that light blue with the owl showing. She has no arm printing, but she will in the new one that's coming out in August, and like the others, she has that continuous torso printing that goes right into her legs, really seamless, and it has that toe printing, and she has a really good head. I think it might be, yeah, if I turn around, it is dual-sided. It has the headband printed right on, which I'm not sure that I'm the biggest fan of, but it doesn't look too bad if you give her hairpiece, which is very much from Jurassic World with the Claire Deering hairpiece, but still looks pretty good. We'll take off her head. Like the others, she has a back printing, just very minimal, just showing some creases and damage marks on the back of her armor. That's the minifigures. Let me know right down in the comments which minifigure is your favorite, and she has the Uzis as well. This is a very good looking ship with a couple put in the play feature. We'll talk about that in a second. The first thing that I do want to talk about is, I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see, so bear that in mind. But there's this tiny little gap, which that's not what worries me, but because of this ball joint that, or at least it seems like it's what's causing that gap, which isn't bad, it's just the ball joint maybe not have been the best designed. The rest of it, we'll start at the back here. So, like, this is that, it really captures that, where it can lock onto a big capital ship and unload passengers, and then it has that rear gun turret as well, and you can spin that 360 degrees. There's a ramp that opens, but you can't really do anything with that. Like, you can't throw figures up there. It's a pretty solid build on the inside there, and then everything's kind of solid right in here. You got a sticker right there that looks pretty good. You got stickers there and there, and then on the cockpit, so pretty minimal stickers, which is nice. And I'll show you the front here. You got the two weapons in the front. It has that nice looking width. A very skinny, small ship. I think a little bit bigger at like a $80 to $100 set would have been kind of nice, but it's still really good for the price. Let's put our Mandalorians, which you do have to take their weapons away. That's the other thing. I'll show you inside first. You'll see that there's no studs, and that's been a thing since about 2020, pretty much. LEGO has been taking away studs for your minifigures so that they don't crack when they are seated, which is nice, but it means that they aren't super stable on the inside of your ships for flying around. Really good for collecting them. And then, but there's a little printed, typical Star Wars control panel on there. It's a little bit tricky to get them all. You have to have their hands in just the right positions, but you can get them in. And the wings are individually rotated. You can't go too far down. It has a little pin there that blocks that, but it goes like so. And then you take a nice look at the back engines. They look very beautiful, really showing their nice glow. And this cockpit spins 360 degrees. But the problem with that is on the landing, even though I have it, is that it leans very far forward. Yeah, mine's a little wonky. It should be like this, but it's a little too heavy and unstable to support that. We're gonna put in the play features. Now, it looks really good, but you can have the play features out like I did, but it works like you would imagine. You just fire or touching down, that, and the same thing here. Press that, and it fires off. One of the things that I see, which I understand why they can't do it on the ship, but in both Clone Wars and Mandalorian, the Mandalorians, this is a gauntlet fighter, it's supposed to be a troop carrier, and you can only fit 2 minifigures in here. I think you need to be able to fit more of them, and I think you need to have a back section that can drop a minifigure or 2. That's something that I would have liked to see, but I get kind of why it's not there. But overall, this is a really good ship set, and if you can find a good deal on the retired market, I'd say pick it up sooner rather than later, because with Mandalorian Season 3, I can only see this climbing. And that Fang Fighter just came out, so like, yeah, you're gonna be spending an arm and a leg to get some of these. Go ahead and smash that like button. Consider subscribing right down below, helping me get to 1K. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you